All right, folks, as promised in this video, I will be making and sharing with you my personal gear code. So what I do on my own account. And actually, I started working on it already, but then I realized it probably would be interesting to some people to see the process. This video won't be nearly as long as yesterday since I'm just going to be editing the latent endgame code and tailoring it to my needs, but I figured I'd talk you through rule by rule explaining why this rule I change and this rule I don't, and why I change this and don't change this. So yeah, if you didn't catch yesterday's video, I break it all down. I got into every nittiest, bittiest of gritty as we discuss the codes that I have now. We have the new essential attribute feature, which for some rules really elevates them to something special. So I'm not going to explain how that works. You can watch that in the other video, but you'll see how I might apply it differently here. If you haven't caught that video, you can go to my YouTube at Fastidious_GG, and you can see new codes. They are there. I do want to implore you guys, if you want to stay up to date on the codes, I will always be updating them on the website. So I'm not going to, every time I change the code a little bit for myself or for the general rules, I'm not always going to be making a video. And that might be that would be like a video every week or two about it. I don't think that's worth it, only if there's a big change or a big new feature requiring an overhaul. So I'll try to update the top pin comment. You can see I actually did just make a change before filming this. I'll make a note of the most recent revisions, and I'll try to keep it updated that these are the most recent codes. So the mid-game code here, the late-game code here. However, if you want it consistent, you can see I've got my editor page on my admin of my website, and I will always keep these up to date. So if you don't know how to get there, let me show you. Go to fastidious.gg. You can go here on the homepage. It says Watcher of Realms Tools. Click on Gear Codes, and you will see. Boom, bop, bam. These are the most up-to-date codes, right? So you're kind of cooking with gas when it comes to these guys over here, and you can confidently know they will be there, and then the most recent videos will be there as well. So here's the video I just showed you, the new gear rules, right? This video I posted yesterday with the general codes. And right now, what is Fasti's personal endgame code? That's what we're going to do in this video. And this video that you're watching now will be linked right here. So you can also just get here directly, fastidious.gg/gear-codes. All right, so here we go. In case you don't know how to import the codes, I'm probably going to have to end up making another video, just a tutorial video to exist on the website for this. But you got to go. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. You go to Heroes, then you got to click on Gear, click on any piece of gear, click on Sell, click on Recommendation Settings, then you go Manage Plan and Import Plan. So it's already there, but just to show you, we'll take the latent endgame code. You can click this button. You can see this icon is clickable. This brings it in. We click, then you paste it in, just Control V or Command V if you're on Apple. And here you go, imported from Fastidious, the 24 rules. I do have an open 25th rule. We'll see if I use it on my personal code, but I only needed the 24 for the general latent endgame code. Mine will be very similar, right? But I will just make some different choices. Let's confirm the import, and here you go. They all load in with the names of all the rules. If you want to see every rule explained, like I said, check out this video. Or maybe I'll cover a lot of it in this video too. So there you go. We're going to work from this as our structure. And yeah, let's begin. So let's start with our left side gear, attack DPS. Nothing really needs to change here. There's an argument that maybe you click off Annihilating Might, or me. These are my rules. But honestly, a really good Annihilating Might piece, or if you had a good non-ancient piece to pair with an ancient or a variant, it's still quite relevant. Even if, where I'm at in the game, I'm very deep in the game. I've beaten every single piece of PvE content except for Abyss 1, where I'm getting like 20k. But, we'll improve over time. But basically, I'm hyper-focused. So this is very endgame kind of stuff. I am going to leave it all the same. And I am going to leave the rules the same. Basically, you can't get attack speed on the breastplate. So it's saying my breastplates of these sets must have attack bonus crit damage. And then you can't get crit damage on the weapon. Obviously, you can if they're variant or ancient or exclusive. But then they automatically get a thumbs up. So these codes are not relevant. The rules aren't relevant because this just determines of the normal gear, the non-ancients, the non-variants, the non-exclusives, determines what gets the thumbs up. But yeah, so on the weapons, you can't get crit damage. So it locks in attack bonus crit rate attack speed. That's pretty self-explanatory. For our HP DPS, I don't think I'm going to change anything. You notice I mentioned yesterday, for some people, late game, end game, they might want to have Life Force. They might want to have Wicked Vengeance. They might want to have, Annihilating Might or Whirlwind. For me, if I'm going for a DPS build on a tanky unit, I want it tanky, tanky, tanky. Simple as that. I actually think I'll make one change. We're doing these on the fly. I probably will include Wicked Vengeance. I think that's powerful enough. Obviously, Warlord, I don't care about the attack, but getting that crit damage could be relevant. And actually, as I explain it, I guess Annihilating Might the same. The reason I'm partial to Wicked Vengeance is because you're going to get the higher base stat, 10% higher on tier 2 and tier 3 gear for all the pieces, but particularly that breastplate. And we want that HP, whether it's defense-based or HP-based. We'll do the same thing for both. We're going to want that HP just as a tanky contribution or a tanky plus DPS contribution in the HP-based DPS realm. But personally, I'm going to add those for myself. We'll do the same thing. We're going to have to reorder this at the end. You'll see how I do that. We'll do the same thing for the defense DPS. So yeah, we obviously don't, for me, I don't care enough about Whirlwind to be saving those pieces. We'll find the speed elsewhere. I do care about the crit damage, so we'll click those. And then obviously Calamity and Warlord have no real place because we don't care about the attack for an HP-based or a defense-based DPS. So let's lock that in. There we go. We'll reorder this all at the end. So now we've got our attack, healer, weapons. I'm looking through this to see if there's anything I really would want to change. So as it stands now, I'm saying I need 3 of these attributes. I'm guaranteeing my essential ones I need are attack bonus and attack speed. Let me move myself out of the way so you can see. So the remaining one can be 1 out of heal effect, HP bonus, or flat HP. And then the 4th can be random. This is something I actively am going to change. I'm at the point I want all 4 stats to have some relevance. So nothing's going to change in terms of what we select, except the number of secondary attributes required will now be 4. So what changes here? Well, I'm locking in the first 2 of them have to be attack bonus and attack speed. And of the remaining 2, they can be 2 out of 3 with flat HP, HP bonus, and where is it? And my brain just turned off. Flat HP, HP bonus, and heal effect. So so it can be attack bonus, attack speed, heal effect, flat HP, or heal effect HP bonus, or no heal effect, but it has the 2 tanky things that I want along with it. So that's the weapon. The breastplate is nothing actually. Ooh, the order's all wacky. Sorry, we're going to have to keep scrolling. It's very annoying. Okay, here's the attack, healer, chest. So obviously you need to lock in these 2. Right now I'm requiring 3. Again, it's going to be the same change, right? So we're going to move it up to 4. I'm actually seeing now, HP obviously doesn't even need to be here. It cannot be there because, so we got to figure out on the fly. That is the main stat for the chest. So we can click there. Obviously primary attribute has to be HP on the chest. So let's do the math now. Do we have enough? Yeah, it's basically saying I want all of these. Let me think about that. Do I need it to be that perfect? I think I do. I think because a lot of my good healer stuff, you don't need that much good attack-based healer stuff or healer stuff in general. You can shop it around, move it around, mule it around, whatever you want to call it. A lot of my best stuff is going to be variants or exclusives or ancients. So if I'm going for a normal piece at this point on my personal account, I want these 4 substats. I want all of these. So even though I'm marking these as essential, we can actually click it off because I'm requiring 4 and I'm listing 4. So we can go here. We don't need the essential feature because it's just saying I want 4 and I want these 4. So there you go. Let's continue with our scrolling. I really wish you could just cement the order and they didn't just go, what was the most recently edited? Definitely annoying. HB healer weapon, you can see I'm saying you need to get from this pool of 4, and I'm pretty lenient with it. Am I too lenient with it? So HP bonus attack speed are the musts. Frankly, heal effect is a must, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll make heal effect also a must for these guys. And then we'll say the 4th substat can be ideally flat HP, for it's an HP-based healer, but we'll take a little tankiness. That can help on your healers. A lot of healers have basement defense, so just getting a little bit extra from a bonus or certainly a flat can be really good. So that's the one change we'll make there. So it's guaranteeing HP bonus, heal effect, attack speed is the substat for the first 3, and then the 4th substat is either flat HP or flat defense or defense bonus. Let's continue now to the chest version of that. So you can see, don't have to worry about flat HP because that's the primary attribute. And then for the essential attributes here, we've got HP bonus and heal effect. That is correct. And then I need 1 more is what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. If it's a good enough piece and they got a huge roll on HP bonus or heal effect, I think I can live with it. I don't need to require all 4 of these, but I do want 1 extra tanky thing. So I want my HP bonus, I want my heal effect, and then, I'll take flat defense or defense bonus. So tank weapon. I'm requiring defense bonus, HP bonus, and then 2 out of the remaining 3 attack speed, flat HP, flat defense. I think that's perfect. Nothing needs to change. What I'm personally going to do on my account, though, is I'm over Life Force. I have enough really, really good Life Force pieces. I will not be ascending Life Force. So I cannot imagine I would. And if I wanted to, I already have good enough Life Force to ascend. So I don't need to be, I can just auto sell basically all Life Force on my account. Kind of full stop. I guess the exception would be the healer weapons and the healer weapon, healer chest stuff. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we can ditch Life Force there too. I just don't. I don't need to be. I can auto sell all Life Force at this point. Again, I'm not saying everyone should be using these rules. These are hyper endgame and focused to what I know all the gear on my account, right? So my needs, and I don't need Life Force, so we can get rid of that. Yeah, am I gonna get a lot less thumbs up? Obviously, but you know, I'm looking for very specific, very high quality gear that's actually worthy of being rolled on for my specific situation, right? So HP healer weapon, yeah, let's keep going. We did the tank weapon, right? Yeah, so just sorted that. It'll be the same thing for the tank chest piece, I believe. Yeah, so I'm requiring the big 3 of the substats. You can't have flat HP because that's the primary. And then the one change here is that we're going to ditch Life Force. So there you go. So these are obviously of the 3 rules, right? Coming tomorrow, now coming today, or whenever you see the video, it will be here. These are the strictest. So we kind of have mid game, then we have late end game, and then we have quite end game and strict to my personal preference. That's the hierarchy of how refined the settings are. Because the stricter the rules, the less things that actually get thumbs up, and the more stuff you insta filter out. So you got to just make sure you're doing the right thing for your account. So we covered all this. Nothing's going to change with inspo. If it's a good enough inspiration piece, I would ascend it. I've got lots of the spirits, so I'm happy to leave in Calamity. I will say, though, for the chest, do I want some HP? I kind of do, especially if it was Calamity. So here it's like, this is where it becomes, it's my account, right? So you can see, by the way, people were asking like, hey, this alert's coming up. This is part of the update. It's like, yeah, I'm auto selling with the endgame rules, auto selling everything from Salvation through Doom. I just late endgame rules. And now personally, I'm auto selling Life Force as well. So just warning you, hey, all of this gear, substats don't matter, will be sold. Obviously, though, variant, ancient, and exclusive will still make it through because that's a separate sorting mechanism. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at my chests and see how many good pieces I already have for Warlord and Calamity, looking for inspiration chests, right? That piece is great. Pretty dang good. It's a great HP roll. We've got enough good stuff here, guys. I've got enough good stuff. Perfect substats there. I've got enough good stuff. I can also I don't even need yeah, I don't need to be less picky. I want that HP bonus substat is what I'm trying to say. So let's go to sell. You can go back to the rules here. So let's go towards the bottom and figure out this inspo stuff, and then I'll show you how I reorder. It's pretty easy, but if you ever want to do this yourself because you're taking my rules and customizing them, or taking someone else's, or this, that, and the other, you'll be able to sort it properly. I really like the rules going in a certain order. That kind of makes sense to me. So for the weapon here, nothing changes. For the chest, though, absolutely, I'm going to just add HP. So secondary substats, we need 3 now, and we need HP. Where's HP? There we go. Don't need to do essential because all 3 of these are required. And then flat HP would be really nice, but it's already the main stat, so we're fine. We do okay there. Actually, there's one more rule I'm going to make, and then we're already going to be reordering. For this inspo, as I think about it, no, I'm not. I was going to say I also want flat HP, but that's getting greedy. Okay, so I want the last rule to be inspo chest, which is the last one we just updated. So that went to the top. Inspo weapon, if I want to make that jump, just do a space. It used to be that you had to head back in and delete the space if you were weird like me and you wanted to make sure there wasn't random little spaces, but they actually do that automatically. But it's a way to just to send it right up for reordering. So let's do that quickly now. Next up, this will be somewhat in order. We'll do the tank stuff. So tank chest, then we'll look for tank weapon. Okay, then we'll do the HP-based healer and the attack-based healer. So HP healer chest. I always do weapon and then chest if you're going from top down. There's the chest. Where's HP weapon? There we go. Now let's do our attack weapons. Our attack healing, excuse me. So we need the attack chest. There we go. Then we need the attack weapon. There it is. And then I think it's just the 3 DPS things are left. It's going to be much more annoying to sort on the right side, but by that point you'll know everything and you can click off the video if you want, but we do have to do it first. So defense, HP, attack. Okay, cool. And I want it to go inversely. So defense, HP, and attack DPS. And yeah, let me know if this is helpful to you guys, kind of explaining my whole process. Obviously, you're not seeing me make the rules from scratch like I do before I prepare one of these videos, but you get to see how I edit. And frankly, I don't make it's rare that maybe for each new video now I'm adding 1 or 2 rules from scratch. Usually I'm just editing my old rules based on new ideas I've had or really new features they add. Things like the essential attributes. See, it should go attack DPS, HP DPS, defense DPS, attack healer weapon, attack healer chest, HP healer weapon. I don't like the way this is written. I need consistency, so this is a me problem, but now I got to get everything else back in order, which is so annoying. It's so frustrating. Give me one moment. We'll leave it in because I wanted this to be like very complete. So there's that. Let's see the attack healing. So chest. Let's do attack healer weapon. Okay, now it's just the DPSs, right? Yes. Yeah, tank. Okay, cool. So defense DPS. Come on. They make this so clunky. I wish I could just drag the rules and set them in the order I want. Maybe I should make that suggestion to the developers. You guys can also submit that suggestion on Discord if you like it. Attack DPS. So now we're good. Now you'll see everything's in a nice order. Our left side gear rules are done. Attack DPS, HP DPS, defense DPS, attack healer weapon, attack healer chest. You know, when I can combine the rules into one, we do it. But when I need to split them, I split them. HP healer weapon, HP healer chest, blah, 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 blah. Tanks, inspo. There you go. So 3-piece sets. I guess actually what we can do that would keep it in order automatically is I can work from the bottom up. So let's actually do that because then, when we reach the top, that's getting sent further to the top. So let's start with inspo here. Is there anything I would change? All right, I had to say goodbye to my grandmother. Had dinner with her right before filming this. But you can see the inspiration rules, obviously attack bonus main stat for an inspiration piece. It needs to be. And then flat attack is the essential substat. And then we'll take 1 out of 2 of these tankiness, the flat HP or the HP bonus. For some inspiration heroes, they have really low HP. The flat HP can even be better. So it's important to include that. There's an argument maybe that I'd want both, but typically you can get enough tankiness just from one or the other. And most of the time it's the HP bonus. So I think this rule is fine. This can be untouched. Let's go to the tank rules now. And see, personally, I like to include Guardian, obviously Guardian, not Guardian. Invigoration is the one I wanted to shout out. Invigoration and morale, because sometimes you can just, if you're tanky enough, anything else is overkill, so might as well get them in a set that's helping out other people. So morale, boosting everyone's damage, invig, getting someone's attack up can be really nice. And then the other ones are and Wings of Grace is the same. And then we've got our 3 big tank sets. Obviously, I don't do Asclepius. You can maybe argue you could do Asclepius for this, and then you would want to ascend it into Invigoration, but I could never imagine investing in a piece like that for Ascension with those precious materials. So let's go through the substats now. These sets will all remain the same. So Essentials, HP bonus, and defense bonus. And then for the remaining 2, I want 2 out of flat defense, flat HP, rage regen, attack speed. So let's do the math. Like, what could be the worst thing? I guess it would be if we got the rage regen and attack speed, no flat stat. I'd still take it, especially with these great sets. So that rule will also remain unchanged. Now we have the spammer and utility. I don't think I'm going to change this rule either. So we want some kind of supporty set or mana spring for rage. Rage regen auto, passive rage regeneration per second. Primary attributes will not change. So secondary, whatever the main stat is, we want the other. So, so let's just use the example of HP bonus. Then we're going to get rage regen and attack speed, and the remaining 2 will be 2 out of flat defense, flat HP, defense bonus. Yeah. So 2 out of those 3. That sounds perfect. Yeah, nothing's going to change there. HP healer. Obviously, I made these rules, but I'm just re-examining them through the lens of, I was thinking more globally. Now I'm just trying to, whenever you hear me take a moment, I'm thinking about what I have on my account. I've got lots of this good stuff, so it's fine. HP healer. This rule's not going to change. It's locking in. I need this big 3. So again, let's just use the example. HP bonus is the main stat. Locking in rage regen and attack speed. Obviously, these are the natural sets that make sense. We're using Unshaken Will there because it gives an HP boost. Asclepius because it does that and can become Invig. And theoretically, a really good HP Asclepius piece that could become a really good HP healer Invig piece, I would ascend. So for the remaining 2 spots, we've got flat HP, we have got heal effect, and we have got... Do I want to require heal effect? That's what I'm already just thinking. So it's flat HP, it is heal effect, and I guess the other one's covered, isn't it? So this is actually hard. Because I have it set just to 3 attributes. So I'm saying we're gonna get 2 of these, so rage and attack speed, and then the third will be HP heal effect. Better yet, do I just require the heal effect and just make it full 3 subsets? No, it's probably fine, because especially the Invig, it can be really hard to come by even still. And I farm a lot of gear raid too. Attack healer, it's the exact same rules. Basically, just changing the HP for attack, and then we also do like HP as a sub. So you can see here if attack bonus was the main stat, rage regen and attack speed as the sub. So then there's just 1/3 one that can be HP bonus. Flat attack's not here. So that is something maybe I would want, and then we can expand it to 4. So heal effect, HP bonus, flat attack. I would only add the flat attack. This is why I didn't include it originally, because I wouldn't accept that as just my 3rd subset. But as a 4th subset, it could be really good. I guess let me think it out, right? If I had Asclepius, we'll throw it aside. But Invig with attack bonus main, rage regen, attack speed, HP bonus, would I keep that? I would always keep that. Yeah, so this is already sufficient. I don't need to get pickier than that. Glacier, some people don't like Glacier, so just ditch it. This Glacier rule is done. I know I'm not going to touch it. Basically, we're hard locking. If attack bonus is the main stat, I need 3 for sure. HP bonus, flat HP, attack. And then if HP bonus is the main stat, I need these 3, attack bonus, HP, attack. And then for the 4th, anything that has any relevance. So either defense bonus, rage regen, or attack speed. It's perfect. Nothing needs to change with this rule. Defense, DPS, I can't imagine anything's going to change here. We have our DPS sets plus Guardian and then Tempered Will, because that gives a defense boost. Part of me is like, you could do Unshaken Will just for tankiness if you're going more hybrid. Let me come back to that. Let me think on that for a second if I want that. For attributes, we're locking in. Main stat can be those 3, and then we require that we get defense bonus, crit rate, crit damage. So attack speed I'm not calling essential, because you could think of a scenario where, defense bonus main, crit rate, and then crit damage, and then the remaining 2 substats can be flat defense, attack speed, HP bonus, rage regen. I think that does look good. Nothing's going to change here, except I am going to add Unshaken Will. That feels like that, that would not be to help with the DPS, but just I'd like to broaden it, because I could see a situation where, if there was a good defense DPS and I had the good Unshaken Will and it rolled, I would want to double dip, maybe not even double dip, but just get kind of that hybrid vibe of a little extra tankiness, even though it's not giving me any defense boost. Okay, what's next? I guess it's going to be DPS HP. You might notice on the left side I call it HP DPS. Then this one I call DPS HP. I put the main stat, the main thing before, like either on the left or the right, depending if it's left or right gear. So attack goes first on left side gear. Attack goes second on the right side gear. So the further right in the name, in the title. So DPS HP, same story here, exactly the same story, and I will add Tempered Will. The way I added Unshaken Will to the defense one, we're going to add Tempered Will here to the HP one. Cool. So let's keep going. So Glacier is where we left off. Cat crit. This is just, I have trouble getting Cataclysm gear, and I already kind of added this as a personal rule, even though it is in the global settings. It's just plenty. It's saying it needs crit rate main stat, obviously. That's what we're doing. It's a crit rate rule. I need attack bonus and crit damage, and the remaining 3rd one can be anything a little relevant. I'm that desperate for Cataclysm. You personally might want to make this stricter. Maybe make it 4. So it kind of needs to have some version of these 4 good stats plus the 2 tanky ones. But yeah, that's good enough for me. Crit rate main, I love this rule. It's perfect, in my opinion. I don't include any of the tier 1 sets because I wouldn't ascend a crit rate main piece. Maybe there's an argument if it was just incredible. I could, but I don't think I'm doing that. So we'll leave this as is. Attack crit rate enabled. So this is another thing I don't think I would ever ascend. So these are pieces that don't have crit rate. So it's really just going to be like an amulet, almost certainly an amulet or a ring, because you probably have some crazy crit rate bangle. Maybe you got it from this rule. So this allows you to go for like perfect substats minus crit rate. But you can really go heavy in on it. Yeah, the only consideration I can think of here is like, do I want... And you would never do attack speed as the main stat because you're already missing out on the bangle not being attack bonus or crit damage. Do I want to add tier 1 sets? No, I don't. So that rule can stay untouched. DPS attack 2. Very good. This is just, hunting for those right things when you don't need attack speed. So for someone like Virna, these can be any of these perfect combinations. I am including the tier 1s because I would ascend it. And here, yeah, this is the normal rule. So you can kind of talk yourself through that. I explained it in the other video, but there's nothing I would change here either. So all we got to do now is reorder. So what else jumped to the top? Just the DPS one. So I changed many more of the left side rules than the right side rules. So I think cat crit is where we would have left off. So let's do that. A little spacebar trick. Let's go to crit main now. Then we'll do the attack crit enabled. Basically, these are the attack DPS pieces that a heavy crit build, almost certainly a crit rate bangle, enables you to use a piece like this. That's what that title means. Then we've got DPS defense. Oh no, that can stay there. Excuse me. We just got to do the attack one. So attack DPS 2. Whoop. DPS attack 2 and then DPS attack 1. All right, I think we're cooking. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can see, especially with the right side, pretty dang similar to what I created already with the global rules. On the left, I think I made a decent amount of changes. There were a couple changes in here too. Tiny ones for the right. But yeah, these are exactly the rules as I will use them. If I make any changes, I will update it on the website, and I'll try to update it in the pinned comment and the description. But always just go to the website, and the link to this website, the fastidious.gg/gear-codes, will always be there. So you can, if you want to make sure you're getting the correct, most up-to-date code, just come here, click this copy-paste icon, just click it, and you are good to go, right? All right, so the only thing left to do, go to Manage Plan, and we can export. I'm just thinking I would love to get a 25th rule. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Let me know if you guys have a good suggestion for my personal rules, if there's a 25th rule to add. But yeah, so you go, if you ever make your own rules or you edit rules and you want to edit my rules or someone else's and want to share it with a friend, go to Export Plan. You can click that kind of copy-paste icon. And now actually just show you, I can add it right away. So it will already be there when this video is live. We can go here. Where are my custom pages? Should be custom pages. Here we go. Gear codes. It's this easy. So I will do it all the time on the website because it's this easy to do. So no longer coming soon. It is there. Save changes. And as soon as I publish this video, I'll add the video there as well. We can already refresh and boom, copy that code. You guys are good to go. Thank you for watching. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, please like the video. Check out everything else. Subscribe to the channel. Share with your mother. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.